guys, welcome back. Great to see you all back to another episode of Get Inspired, Stay Inspired. My wonderful YouTubers, podcasters, viewers, you name it. It's always a joy to have you back, and I'm overjoyed as always to be doing another episode with you or for you. And yeah, it's always a joy for me to be here, and glad you are too. So if you're new and you're a very newbie and you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's fantastic. The bigger we grow, the more the merrier, and I'm always grateful to all of those of you who have subscribed. Very grateful indeed. And yeah, if you are a regular, well, you know what to expect. You know what we will be working on or talking about. These are positive things and soulful things, things to inspire you, to motivate you, to keep you empowered, and to encourage you to try to overcome any challenges that you're facing right now, or if you feel that you need a little bit of a pick-me-up, or you know, someone to just kind of talk to, then that's me. And as I said, the thing with this series is it always feels very kind of as if we're sitting on the sofa having a chat. That's the kind of feeling I often feel. And regardless of how you're feeling today, I hope you are going to take that step forward with me. And I certainly want to take your hand and guide you as best I can. The fact is, you're here, and if you're here, then you're in my company and I'm in yours. And I'm more than happy to share what I perceive as soulful wisdom to, if not your soul, even just your heart. Just start with your heart. That's all it is. Open up and start with the heart, and then that can then transition for you on a soulful level and open up the soulful aspect of your being in a way that may have been locked up for decades. I want you to unlock that soulful power within you, that soulful energy within you. There's no point in it being there if it is not unlocked. And that's what my work does. It unlocks the soul for you, the soul that has journeyed with you, and the soul within you who is absolutely desperate to share information with you, because it's been locked up for years. It's been held back for years. The soul has been knocking on your door for years, trying to get through, trying to get messages to you. Do you know what I mean? But you've been completely oblivious. And one of the things I do cover is the language of the soul. And if you can understand the language of the soul and the soul's communication, then you're taking a huge leap in life, a huge leap towards finding answers and solutions that you've been looking for, that you may not have been aware of, or that you may have ignored. Not purposely. We don't do these things on purpose. We don't, we don't ignore our soul on purpose. We just didn't know what it had to offer. And that's what my writings taught me. The soul has a lot to offer. The soul, it is a powerful energy source that is ready, willing and able to support you now. Not 10 years down the road, not 20 years down the road. Now. Yes, now. Immediately. All you have to do is realize this, connect to it on a soulful level, and unlock the doorway to your soul. I like that, unlock, because when you unlock something, so many things can be uncovered, and that's what is going to happen to you. You may think, I don't know what she's going on about. you will find out, once you start communicating on a soulful level with your soul, you'll start being revealed things that you never thought possible. You'll think, hey, where did all this come from? Where did all this stuff come from? Ideas, answers, knowledge, wisdom pertaining to you. As I said, this is not relevant to anyone else. This is for you. These are for your ears only. I can't sit here and say, I know what your life's purpose is. I know what your life's purpose is, and I know what your life's purpose is. I can say to you, I can show you how to uncover your life's purpose on a soulful level. Okay, this is not a mind-based type of teaching, and you need to uncover the things within your life, within your soul. Once those start being revealed, then so many pieces of the puzzle regarding your life will begin to fall into place. And not just that, you will find a way to move forward from whatever challenges you're facing, and you'll find a way to overcome them if you have that inner trust and belief, not just within yourself but within your soul. It's gonna be there to guide you. It's gonna be there to support you. And until you reach that place, you might think, I don't know what she's rattling on about. Don't worry, we'll get there. If you just joined today, you're not expected to just suddenly know or understand things. We're going to get there. Do you know what I mean? It's just something we're going to do. So I don't want you to worry or panic and say, hey, what she's talking about, I have no clue. Don't worry, stick with it. Go and watch a couple of previous episodes. I know in the beginning, some of my episodes were a little bit, I saw one the other day and I thought, oh my gosh, I've come a long way with you guys. So yeah, even if you go to the very first one, bear with me. I just got started and I look back on it and I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't look as kind of bubbly and cheerful as I am now. But I think it was a real daunting step for me. So hopefully you will bear with me and we will work on you in just the same way. Whatever journey you saw me get through from my first episode to now, you're going to kind of undertake a similar journey of progression, because if you're going to be kind of a part of this, then you are going to progress as part of the journey in the same way. So yeah, don't worry if you're thinking, I don't know, don't worry, just stick with it, okay? And we'll get there together, all right? Okay, so today's passage is, as always, I do call it something, and I've called this one Truly Abundant. And it's very simple, but there's a lot that we can talk about around this, because it comes in all shapes and forms, and it's not simple in terms of what it may mean to you in your life. The words may be simple, but how they can be interpreted on a soulful level and even on a physical level regarding your life, then it's powerful stuff. And the words say, my life is truly abundant if I am willing to perceive it as such. Very, very simple, isn't it? But it's basically saying that regardless of how you view abundance, regardless of how you perceive abundance, your life will only become truly abundant if you, from where you are now, are able to perceive it as such. In other words, if you want abundance, if you aim and aspire to receive abundance, now let's just get it clear. Abundance can be many things to many different people. To some people, abundance will just be equated with money and wealth. To some people, abundance will be equated to love. To some people, abundance will be equated to having a lovely family, a lovely partner, lovely children, you know, not just financial wealth. That's another aspect of abundance, which none of us mind inviting into our lives, but there's also other aspects of abundance. Now, it doesn't matter what type of abundance you perceive for yourself. Do you know what I mean? That does not matter. So long as it means abundance to you, whatever it is that you want or wish for or aspire to have abundantly in your life, okay, it is there waiting, okay, to transpire. It's waiting to manifest for you as part of your life already. Now, as part of that manifestation, remember we spoke about manifesting things on an energy level and manifesting things in a physical level. Well, either of these can play a part in your manifestation. Do you know what I mean? So let's put it this way. On a soulful level, okay, you can draw upon the soul's abundance, that strong, powerful energy of abundance that the soul has brought with it and carried with you, alongside you, as part of your life's journey. Okay, so that is like a universal form of abundance. You know, I have a saying that, you know, I mean, and I think this is something that we've kind of got to understand. The universe is abundant. Okay, if you want to tap into that abundance, you've got to perceive it as such. You've got to view it as such. You've got to take it on board that that abundance exists. If you can perceive that it exists, then you can perceive that it can become part of your life and manifest for you in your life. That's on a universal level. And on the physical level, as I spoke to you before, you can manifest the physical abundance you want, the wealth, the finance, etc. You can manifest all that because you simply need to perceive it as well in your mind as well. Now, previously we spoke of the relationship between you and, remember, your inner you, your higher self. That inner part of yourself is the cornerstone to the relationship that you're going to forge with your mind and with your soul. I spoke about this in a previous episode, but I'm just repeating it now because it's very, very, very important. And if you're like me, I don't mind if things are repeated because they kind of jig my memory, and I like to learn. I never feel that I've learned all I need to learn. I'm constantly evolving. That's the kind of human being I perceive myself to be. I'm always growing and evolving. And I would never want to reach a stage where I would say, you know what, I think I know it all. We just can't get there. Because you're literally, even the universe doesn't know it all. That's why it's always growing and expanding and evolving. Things are being born, recycled and, you know, churned around because it's always, always evolving. And you as a human being should always be evolving. So that is why I may share things more than once, because number one, maybe people are new and they haven't heard some of this stuff. And number two, we can be reminded of this type of evolution, isn't it? We can be reminded. But just to remind you that the inner you is the cornerstone of the relationship between the soul and the mind. And why was that? Because I said to you, the soul does not directly communicate to the mind. How did I know this? This is what was presented in my writings. That's why I'm sharing it. And I understood why. Okay, I really did, you know, kind of come to understand why it was set out that way. And obviously I can't go on to explain it all as always, but it is in the Soul Whisperer book. It is written out very clearly, and I'm going to be writing out even more clear in the simplified version. But essentially, the inner you is the cornerstone of bridging communication between the mind and the soul. So when you want to really acquire something, you know, regardless of what it is, and you want it in abundance, you know definitely that on a soulful connection, that abundance is there. You will never run out of it. You know, nothing can kind of be exhausted if you think in abundant terms and have no fear or worry about lack. So if you perceive something as being truly abundant, then it becomes truly abundant for you in your life, okay? That's just the way that it's like a law in a way, isn't it? If you perceive something abundantly, it becomes abundant, either on a soulful level, on a physical level, where if you say to your mind, you know, in the physical realm, I want this manifested for me, okay? I want this to happen for me. And you have a positive outlook, a positive belief, and you perceive abundance as such in the way that you want, in the way that you wish for it, and in the way that you want it to transpire, then the mind will take orders from you and it will do as you ask, and it will understand what you want it to do for you. And then the mind becomes extremely powerful and extremely potent to manifest whatever you want. If you perceive it abundantly, you allow the mind to create it in the physical for you abundantly. You don't perceive lack or limitation. And on a soulful level, see the soul as being the foundation of that belief system. Because I think it was in about 3 episodes previously, I think I spoke about how important tapping into the soul is, because it unifies things. It gives you a foundation. It gives you a sort of a level of empowerment that you can't find elsewhere. You know, you can't trust your mind to empower you in that way. If it had that power, the world would be a different place, you know. But unfortunately, when you are steeped in the physical, you get affected by the physical. Remember, your mind is always being affected by the physical. However, the soul is not. That's why when I look for clarity in something, I like to look for things on a soulful level, because I feel that with the soul being the foundation of stuff, things are pure. Things are not damaged by what's going on in the physical world. That's where the purity of certain knowledge, I call it in my writings universal knowledge, that's where the purity of universal knowledge lies on a soulful level, and it's pure and it's not tainted by what you've experienced in your physical life. You know, it's not tainted by what you have been through. It remains encompassed within your soul and protected. That knowledge, what I refer to as universal knowledge, I'll speak more about it in the episodes going forward, but universal knowledge is pure. It's not tainted. It's not tainted knowledge. A lot of what we experience in our physical life is tainted by what we experience as part of our physical life. And our mind is instrumental to that, because our mind knows what we've been through here in the physical realm. It knows, the damage that is caused by other people, by experiences, situations and circumstances we go through. Now, I'm not to say the soul doesn't care about all of that, but the soul comes from a higher place, and even if it's journeying with you as part of your life in this physical realm, it retains that wisdom and knowledge, that universal wisdom and knowledge, to share with you when the timing is right, when you are willing to receive it, when you are open to receiving it. Otherwise, if you are not in communication, if the inner you is not working in communication on a soulful level, then the soul is stuck with keeping that information to itself, because it needs you as the cornerstone of communication. It needs you to share that knowledge and wisdom with the mind, okay? And that's a very, very important aspect to understanding the soul and the mind and how they work together, why the inner you is so important in that dynamics between the two. And as I said, one deals in the physical realm whilst the other remains as part of your physical form, but it's dealing with things on a universal level. So that is very important. So as we talk about abundance, your life today, from now going forward, is truly abundant if you are willing to perceive it as such. Now, this passage is a little bit like an affirmation, because it starts off, my life is truly abundant if I am willing to perceive it as such. So, it then puts the onus on you to say, you need to perceive abundance in order to make your life abundant. So don't forget that, guys. That's really important, okay? So today, what you're going to do, you're going to perceive your life as being abundant. Abundant in whichever form you want your abundance to be. As I said, it means many different things to many different people. If it's financial wealth as your abundance, perceive it as that. If it's family, if it's love, if it's friendship, if it's camaraderie, if it's just having a home or having a car or having those you love around you, whatever you perceive abundance, your life is truly abundant in all those areas if you are willing to perceive it as such. And by perceiving it as such, have a guess what? You allow it to manifest on a universal and physical level. And there you are. You can leave today on hearing this or viewing it or reading it and feel abundant within your heart and soul, and be ready to perceive abundance in your life, because if you do, you're automatically inviting it into your life. Hope you enjoyed that one. Great, so glad to have you with me, and I hope you really enjoyed that episode. I really enjoyed sharing that. It was just a few lines, but so powerful. This is what I love interpreting about the channeled writings that come through to me on a soulful level. They're just words to the mind, but as I kind of open up and talk about them on a soulful level, more and more comes through that I just suddenly feel, wow, I can share this, I can share that, and that's all I do. So, guys, I love and leave you for now. You've been fantastic. Thanks for joining me again. Stick a thumbs up if you like my content, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And yeah, just look out for the next episode. And if you do love my work and want to support me, check out the Patreon page in the description. Don't forget to leave your comments as well. And I will leave as much info as I can for you if you want to kind of tune in. Don't forget also that I've got my Twitter, my, Instagram, you name it. It's all out there. Even if you go to my website, I've got lots of free content there that you can sort of tap into and tune into. Even my daily emails, you can get those and feel inspired every day. Just get them on your phone, read them, and just have a little pick me up if you feel down. It's all there for you. It's all available for you. And as you know, there'll be meditations and all sorts of things coming through as well. So check out the description. And I look forward to your comments and your feedback as well. Have a beautiful day. I'll love and leave you. Love and light. Take care. Bye for now.